Rivalries. Rivalries can build and destroy civilizations and forge empires that are remembered even thousands of years later. For instance, the rivalry between Temujin and Jamuka. Temujin, or as he's better known nowadays, Genghis Khan, had a blood brother named Jamuka. And both men rose up the ranks of the Mongol hordes. Both of them had massive amounts of men under their call. But in the end, only one could rise to the top and claim the title of Great Khan. And upon that rivalry's conclusion, you had one of the most dominant ruling factors that has ever existed, and had an empire that basically stretched from the Pacific Ocean almost all the way to the Atlantic Ocean in terms of land. And that's insane. Now, I will say this. Rivalries in the human world versus the animal kingdom, there's always going to be big animalistic rivalries. You know, people are going to talk like, oh, who's the real king of the big cats? Is it going to be lions or tigers?
I had a rival once.
Oh, really?
His name was Poop.
Ah.
And the rivalry was long and arduous. But in the end, only one of us could become the Pokemon champion of the Kanto region.
And in the end,
Poop lost.
Yes, in the end, the winner was Nick. Yes. So
Just making a joke about the rival in Pokemon. And how
yeah.
you can name him whatever you want.
Yeah, Poop.
It's like, let's just name this guy Poop Face McGee, because fuck that guy.
The funniest one I saw was Andrew. He named his Dick Sniffer. That one always made me laugh. So
As funny as that was, though, I still can't believe, like, it took me until, like, a few years ago to just realize, like, the self-insert names for certain things can be made to be really funny. And, like, naming yourself My Dude and Ocarina of Time turns everyone into a really chill bro.
Yeah. Listen, my dude, you must go to the Great Deku Tree. It's
The Great Deku Tree is like, my dude, you are the only one who could save Hyrule.
Oh gosh. That's then of course there's like
Zelda's like, hey my dude.
Then there's the Xbox Live one where it's just like this one dude named himself a bunch of Mexicans, and it's just like a bunch of Mexicans just ran you over. That would always make me laugh. Oh god.
Kind of want to change my Xbox name to a car full of clowns just to drive around in Forza. So if someone gets passed by a car full of clowns, they would be like, really?
I like that.
Really?
Or your mom. Your mom passed you. Mom? Where are you at? Oh.
Just change your nickname for Forza to Asian Lady.
I just.
That's. What I said wasn't stereotypical. What I said was funny. Now you made it bad.
I'm sorry.
We're gonna get canceled for that one.
It's just the layup was there. You served it up so well. I just had to hit it. But it was a foul ball. I wish it was a home run. Oh.
If I edit this one, I'll probably cut that out just to make sure we don't get canceled.
Oh, God. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, God. Anyway. At least I got a good laugh out of you for a little bit. But, Casual Geographic, boy, that's a name I haven't heard in a while. Casual Geographic released 2 videos. We're going to be watching the first one he released, the most generational rivalries in the animal kingdom. So I guess we might as well just jump on in and see what kind of craziness the animal kingdom has for us today.
It's been a while since we watched a casual.
It's been a while. Baboon.
What you wanna do?
Not got very good table manners, does he?
You know how much generational hatred it takes to rather have an op alive and crippled than just dead and out the way? It's easy for us to forget, but for most animals, nature's a jihad from the jump, a gauntlet of grotesquerie, where if you die of old age, you're a spoiled minority. And with millions trying to survive at the same time, that can only lead to one thing: beef. And whether due to competition, an underdog finally biting back, or just an animal choosing problems over peace, you're gonna see that some animals have a genuine grudge sequence into their DNA. But 2 things real quick. 1, this is technically a remake of an older video, but as a rule of thumb, anything with iPhone 8 quality or Apple headphones for a mic should be disregarded. And 2, while the facts and fades might be true, you're gonna hear me anthropomorphize animals a lot in this video and treat them like humans. At the end of the day, animals are just playing the cards they were dealt and doing what comes naturally to survive. That being said, hating each other with prejudice-laced passion is what comes naturally to these two. Lions and hyenas might have a beef more infamous and more on sight than Tom and Jerry. It's one that involves spawn killing, Jujutsu Kaisen level jumpings, calorie jacking, on both sides mind you, and the aforementioned handicapping. Lions and hyenas have generational beef that's been marinating for as long as they've been alive, and it's all thanks to the power struggle between an overgrown Afro kitty and a malign.
The hyena's just like, no, 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 come on, no.
My leg's already fucked up. You don't need to do anything else.
In some places, lions sit at the top, and in others, the Serengeti laugh track's the dominant predator. Now, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I don't have a bias, but there are no good guys or bad guys. Both are apex predators that start off life as pint-sized cubs, just trying to...
Oh, look at that baby hyena.
They're both cute.
Yeah, they are.
The baby hyena's pudgy as fuck.
Yes, it is. And the baby lion, look at him.
Baby lion just looks like a just looks like a house cat.
And this, oh god, I didn't realize hyenas were that cute when they were babies.
Yeah, I saw a couple baby hyena pictures the other day, and I was just like, "Oh, look at you, little guy."
Oh, look at the little murder laugh track.
Survive the brutal RNG of life. Something I truly wish on none of you. Lord of the Beast ain't a game you want to play.
No.
But maybe Beast Lord is. Beast Lord: The New Land is an animal-themed strategy mobile game with not only vivid level designs and a dope aesthetic, but more than 500 animals you can add to your party.
Let's be honest,
dude.
let
me give you some more.
He's showing off some pretty gory stuff in this, and he needs that money from it. So,
yeah, at least he's not doing Raid Shadow Legends. This is actually something I haven't heard of.
Raid Shadow Leggings.
Because of a sudden change in climate and your previous home now being unlivable, you, the Beast Lord, have to find a new place to build your kingdom. But before you do anything, first, you gotta pick a lord. Basically the point guard of the pack, the quarterback of the creatures, the one that's gonna lead y'all to the promised land. And you can choose to be a collector, an invader, or a developer. Names kind of speak for themselves, but as a collector, your job is gathering resources for your colony while also Euro-stepping danger. Maybe you're a klepto that rises to high at pillaging and plundering pirate style, in which case you probably identify as an invader. Or you might just be a visionary developer, forging empires and crafting alliances that shape the very landscape of the game. Speaking for the newbies, you're probably going to want to go with collector, since that just means more resources early on. That is if I'm being strategic. If I'm being a menace, you'll definitely see me as an invader. Either way, whatever you choose is going to decide the fate of your entire kingdom. But no pressure, have fun with it. And to make sure you do, Beast Lord's got an exclusive offer. Use the code BL777 to score free startups and resources you're going to be glad you had. So to join the 10 million that already have, make sure you go ahead and download Beast Lord: The New Land.
I think Disney's going to sue somebody.
Yeah, I was going to say, they seem to have ripped this rock off.
Glad you had.
Yeah,
so to join the 10
I think they're taking great pride in that rock formation.
Disney saw ya, they gonna sue your ass.
Into oblivion.
Make sure you go ahead and download Beast Lord the New Land using the link in the description and start writing your Beast Lord story today. But if you're a Lion Cub, there's about a coin flip chance your story ends before the first chapter, and the Laugh Happy Vice Trap has a lot to do with it. And obviously, Vice very much versa. But what if I told you this Feliform family feud ain't even the worst beef Lions have to deal with? You lose tough points when it takes 10 of you to press one of them. Nah, but the real roadblock to this Panther's pursuit of happiness? The animal so vindictive, folks nicknamed it Black Death and Widowmaker.
Cape Buffalo. The Cape Buffaloes don't fuck around, dude. Cape Buffaloes. If you piss them off, you better, like, get the hell away from them. Because they will find you, and they will kill... They're Liam Neeson of the Serengeti.
They'll trap lions in trees for hours, and they'll even hit an Uno reverse and hunt the hunter. And with herds that can reach quadruple digits, they'll more than weaponize the power of friendship. Say what you will, I've never seen a hyena make a lion look like that. Not to mention they'll play keep away with a lion.
That picture.
God dang.
I've never seen a hyena make a lion look like that. Not to mention they'll play keep away with a lion cub.
Hey, the kid's having fun. Look at him jumping over there.
It's like this beach balls at a concert crowd. It's a fucking child lion.
Oh.
And it's all thanks to mobbing. And mobbing's exactly what you see here, and it's fueled by the beef between a rogue stealth assassin build without the bulk or squad advantage of lions and hyenas, and a highly intelligent, highly social tank of a primate. Divided, baboons are leopard lunch meat. United, and the leopard gets folded like an omelet.
Yes.
You know it's an iconic beef when the kids are involved, and both leopards and baboons will kidnap the young of each other. With leopards, some say it's a chess play to bait the baby's bigger, meatier parents, while baboons have enough foresight to cancel the cub before it can grow up into a problem. That's not the only theft they commit. Baboons...
Yeah, it gets really ugly.
There are underrated predators that'll turn a gazelle baby shower into a homicide and a happy meal, which means baboons aren't above pocket picking other predators.
No, they're not.
It wild hypocritical that the same malice monkeys will ruin leopard hunts with an alarm call to warn their prey. It takes a special level of hatred to
black dot on the screen.
What black dot?
It's like how we used to think.
I think that was an error with the
video. But
it's an error with the camera that they're using. The camera that they were using probably had like a smudge on it or something. But yeah, everyone's just like
distracting. I was like giant black dot on the screen.
Everyone's just like, oh, baboons, they're primates. They don't go out of their way to eat meat. Yes, the fuck they do, man. They ain't against that shit, man.
Critical that the same
just like it's like, oh, look, a baboon, here, give it a banana, it'll like you if you give it a banana. Next thing you know, you stick the banana out there and it bites off like all your fingers. Bites off all your fingers. Like, I thought it was a vegetarian. It's like, and baboon literally turn around and be like, who the fuck told you that?
Alice monkeys will ruin leopard hunts with an alarm call to warn their prey. It takes a special level of hatred to bread block a predator on the hunt. It's like how we used to think humpback whales were the guardians of the sea for saving other animals from killer whales. Whole time it's an ancestrally traumatized cetacean going out of its way to interfere with orca hunts to make sure the zebras go home hungry. You see, the whale killers will often murk baby whales, and the humpback hood does not let that slide.
Nope.
And it's not just on sight. Any sense is an invitation. One time a pair of spite-powered humpbacks sabotaged a group of orcas after a gray whale calf and proceeded to harass them for 6 hours straight. Seals, sunfish, and apparently even penguins have benefited from the beef. As the humpback motto states, no orca alive shall prosper. And that's on pod. It might seem like the leopard gets grief religiously in this beef. Just know, when the lights go out, it's a different story. In fact, it's the busted night vision and being the best tree climbing cat that makes it a bane to baboon. So I'd say it's pretty even. And if you're wondering what happened to him, he's fine. And the very next day, he was seen trying a trio of porcupine. So clearly his risk calculator's broken. But at least baboons have numbers on their side against an athletically disrespectful feline. Imagine problems with the biggest cat.
Leopards are friggin' scary. Yeah, everyone says like lions and tigers, they're the kings of the big cats. Like, nah, dude, leopards are massively underrated. Leopards are terrifying with like how good they are.
On the planet and having to run that fade solo.
Does that one have a claw stuck up that monkey's asshole?
Yes, it does. That's one painful way to go about it. Yeah, exactly.
Comes with the biggest cat on the planet and having to run that fade solo. The tiger's the death stroke of the cat world, a walking census subtraction that'll take down gars, crocodiles, and tigers are on record eradicating elephants. They even dare go after bears, including the most homicidal one on the planet.
The skunk bear.
Bear's gotta be the most trigger happy of the bears, and it's all thanks to this thing I just made up called the predator-prey paradox. Basically, it means you're infinitely more fornicated in the fortune department if a moose presses you than if a bear, because with predators, you gotta convince them you're worth the effort. But an animal that already gets hunted will turn you into a wuss before they take time to judge your intent. Real-life Baloo often gets bodied by tigers.
That's scary.
Yeah, it is.
Dude didn't even notice that moose coming up.
Leopards. Also, most of their diet is insects, and the same claws that help them break into termite apartments means they can't just climb from the smoke like some other bears. Which means what you got here is a high-strung insect eater with predator hardware. It's like a giant honey badger, and they're so unpredictable that folks actually fear them more than they do tigers. Not for no reason, because despite having a bigger population and a wider range, brown bears actually murk half the people this floppy-faced anxiety attack does. You see, the thing with tigers, bears can make up to 5% of their diet, and they usually target cubs or moms with cubs. The tiger trauma runs so deep that since tigers have been known to imitate sandbar deer while hunting them, sloth bears got Pavloved into panicking at the sound of real deer. So what you got here is a beef between a predator and prey that opts for fight over flight. Sloth bears will square up to a tiger head on, and the sheer balls of facing them can intimidate inexperienced tigers that don't know any better. The ones that do prefer to catch them slipping at the termite mound, ambushing the sloth bear and going for its neck. Because once a slothy has to grapple with a giant house cat,
Also noticed that sloth bear had the like ring on his chest, like the Pokemon. I forget what it was called. Like Teddy Ursa's like evolution or some major or something. I guess.
I think so.
What does Teddy Ursa evolve into, Pokemon guys? I forget. Now every comment, the whole comment section is going to be the answer to that instead of anything else.
Yeah, there's just nothing but the
Only
answer.
one of you needs to answer it. The rest of you can just click the like button on it.
Yes, please.
Or y'all can comment. I don't care. Whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
The equalizer of Asia better come correct, since sloth bears instinctively go for the face, and even in a losing effort, the bear can cripple the tiger, especially when it's a mother ready to die about her baby. And I was not kidding, put the aggressive Volca in the higher weight class, and lions would have the same problems. And like any great beef, both sides have a healthy level of respect and fear, where sloth bears usually avoid tigers, and tigers are generally wary of bears. Meanwhile, the next beef has one animal literally
Look at that mouth. It's like...
praying they don't run into each other. 2020 had a lot of headlines, so many that you probably forgot the murder hornet subplot. These are Asian giant hornets, and they are pretty much Black Air Force energy in the form of a bug. Their sting is sharp enough to poke through gear beekeepers normally wear, and their finishing move literally involves decapitating their prey with their mandibles.
Yeah.
In Japan, these homicide hornets knock off 30 to 50 people a year, and it's not just people getting put on shirts. They also severely bully bees, and unlike bees, they can sting multiple times, can deliver 10 times the venom, are 5 times bigger, and are built like a tiny armored fighter jet. That's how murder hornets can obliterate entire beehives. So when the Asian hornets started popping up in the US, people were understandably shook. And it was believed only one bug could stand up to the aerial assaults. The praying mantis is straight up oppressive. An ambush hunter that has lizards, frogs, fish, and even small birds on its body count. They have wings, but they rarely fly, because in a world of fight or flight, they've been made their choice. And in 2020, a video would go viral of a mantis murking a hornet, going for brain like a sapio. In the wild, it's a different story, and it's often hornets that get caught packing up praying mantises. They're arguably the only insect that can give 10% of the Furious 5 problems. But as you can see, a mantis won't miss a chance to settle the score, but who has the upper hand in this rivalry? Unfortunately, it might not be who you want. According to scientists, it's usually the mantis taking the L, so much that mantises are actually a well-documented source of food for the hornets. And while the God-fearing kung fu roaches get their licks in when they can, pretty much everything has to go right for them to come out on top. But also, you peep out a Terminator termite ripped off its legs before eating it alive. Don't try and tell me this ain't personal. The sad truth is, this hornet was actually anesthetized before it got manhandled. They literally had to nerf the hornet to give Rap a W for the mantis. The mantis might not be the answer against a Bundy bug, but damn it if they don't give them a fight. Hell, so do bees. The honeybees have been known to swarm an offending hornet.
I saw that.
They literally cook the wasp alive. And while both bees and mantises get their moments, this is the first beef to have human intervention. But it's not like the next beef, which was 100% caused by humans. The heaviest snake on the planet.
Yes, the Florida. Oh my god, the python and the freaking Florida gators.
The murder hornets coming to the U.S. thing turned out to be a hoax. Like, it was... They got brought over on like some kind of like delivery or something, and people found like the bodies of them, but they didn't actually like survive the trip, so like they weren't ever at risk of coming over here. Everybody was just freaking out because no reason, basically, from what I heard.
Yeah, well,
there's also another kind of hornet that people were saying that they were mistaking for those, that's not as dangerous as well.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. This one though, This is 100% humanity's fault. The Pythons versus the Florida Gators. Oh my gosh, dude! This is terrifying.
And it is the green anaconda, and the second heaviest is currently slithering all over Florida. The Burmese python can measure nearly 20 feet long, weigh up to and over 200 pounds, and kills anything from dogs to deer to birds to bobcats. Normally you'd have to go to Southeast Asia to see them, but thanks to Florida's fetish for f***ery, along with illegal pet releases, the same predator that puts the noose in nuisance is now a legitimate part of the population. They were first seen in the Everglades in 1979. Today, they're hundreds of thousands strong. There's even a theory that in 1992, Florida folded to Hurricane Andrew, which leveled a python breeding facility and allowed them all to escape. Today it's believed that for every one python that gets sighted, there's hundreds if not up to 1,000 that don't. And with 30,000 sightings from 2008 to 2010, safe to say Florida's officially finding out. The problem is, back in Burma, they have tigers and leopards to keep them in check. But here, there's only one animal that can hope to stop them. Alligators are a prehistoric assault weapon, and on the rare, they've been known to murk cougars and black bears. And as predators without prejudice, they'll also kill a smaller snake.
Oh yeah, dude. Gators don't fuck around.
I just always see gators as being the lesser of reptilians compared to the crocodiles.
Oh, well, nah, dude. Like, crocs, well, it's the caimans that are, like, the weakest. Caimans are, like, super weak in terms of, like gator. It goes croc, gator, caiman. And the croc and the gator are a lot closer than you think, whereas the caiman is, like, way down here. And gators can get up to, like, 18 feet long, dude.
Oh, damn.
And, dude, their death rolls...
Never seen a gator that long.
Yeah, I know there was one...
Does gators do death rolls, too?
Yes.
I thought that was just a crocodile thing.
No, gators do death rolls. Hold on.
So okay. Gators just had the jaw pressure to just hold things in their mouth. I didn't know they had to spin it.
Let's see.
Not today, gator.
Yeah, average is 11 feet.
Ever since I played that dang Resident Evil.
Yep, there it is.
DLC, I can't get not today, gator. Out of my head
Gainesville, Florida, weighing 1,000 pounds, and being 19 feet long, and basically crocs are bigger. Crocs are naturally bigger, but gators don't slouch on gators, man. Like, I know that there was let's see, alligator death roll. Yeah, basically, yeah, they do death rolls as well alongside of crocs, and it's insane, like these like what these things can do. Anyway.
It's like the python. The problem is, once pythons get big enough, they'll eventually spin the block and cook gators. So now what you got is a sledgehammer with teeth and a leather straitjacket in an arms race constantly trying to eat each other. And I'm still not doing the beef justice. When the Bane of Burma swallows an alligator, its body goes into overdrive. Its heart rate increases, organs like its heart, kidneys, and liver all get bigger, and its metabolism hits another gear. Not only can a python digest a whole alligator in only a week, if Dr. Steven Secor of the University of Alabama is right, it actually takes less energy for them to down a gator than other options like rats or pigeons. I bet you think that's metal. Wait till you hear what he pulls. Because pythons will actually read their victim's heart rate while squeezing them to death, so they know when to stop. Problem is, alligators can slow their heart rate all the way down to 2 to 3 beats a minute. This means the snake can end up calling it too soon and prematurely start swallowing the gator alive, only for it to struggle hard enough to bust through the snake like a messed up jack-in-the-box.
Yeah, I saw that picture a long time ago. Gator was inside the thing, and the gator rustled so hard and like kicked with its legs so hard it burst through the side and tried to rebirth itself out this thing, and it got stuck and it suffocated. Damn. It killed both of them.
Box. Oh, they both
At least
died.
I got if I go down, I'm taking you with me.
Basically, yeah. Well, here's the thing. Gators have been like the apex predator in the Florida Everglades since before human beings were even freaking here. And this new introduction is basically two apexes, like, fighting for top position. And it's pretty even.
Beef more than if I'm going down, best believe death taking this 2 for 1. That's how ugly competition can get.
Yeah, there's another one.
The other side, Foxes and owls have no love lost, and it's for the classic reason of them pretty much having the same grocery list. Also, foxes will swipe owl chicks, and some owls like the eagle owl will murk them right back. But it's the snowy owl and the Arctic fox that run into each other the most, especially with the white Air Force building nests on the ground, and foxes being willing to steal from anyone. Most of the time though, it's a lot of this, a lot of posturing, and a whole lot of hold me back. Whether it's an owl-fox feud or a reptile dysfunction, most animal rivalries just start with them trying to put food on their plate. But what about a beef between animals working together? Octopus will straight up deck fish in the face.
That octopus just like, it's like, but you don't know me like, you don't know me like that.
My personal bubble.
Yeah.
It's a case of workplace assault. Octopus and fish-like groupers often team up to hunt, since the octopus can chase prey through coral crevices, and if the prey tries to do the race in open water, they get got by the grouper. You see two problems. One, in a partnership, someone's bound to get shorted, and two, octopus are smart enough to hold grudges and just do stuff out of spite. An octopus named Truman decided he wasn't rocking with one of the researchers, so every time he'd see her, he'd give her the old siphon saltwater shower. Eventually, she would go off to college and then come back months later to visit, and at that point, Truman hadn't been on disrespectful timing in a minute. Yeah, that streak ended the moment he saw her, as he super soaked her on sight. So octopus that feel like they're getting cheated in a partnership are much more likely to get punchy. Sometimes they'll lash out just to keep the fish in line. And sometimes if an octopus got backdoored in the past, they'll just project it all over a new fish that didn't even do anything.
Octopus punched stuff. That's funny as hell.
Yeah, well, I remember like there was an old cartoon of like an octopus boxer, and it was like punching like that. And I was like, that's ridiculous. That never... Huh.
Banned the offender from the entire hunting party for the aquatic crime of embezzlement. That's why one of the worst things to beef with is intelligence.
Look at that shit.
Since ravens and coyotes often end up scavenging for the same scraps, especially when they belong to wolves. But of course, the generational instigator, the raven, will straight up snitch on coyotes trying to pinch off the wolf. While he's running for his life, what does the raven do but fly directly over him like a helicopter during a police chase?
Ha ha! He's like laughing at the ass end of this coyote, like ha 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 ha! You're gonna die! Ha ha!
Imagine getting violated by a wolf pack, all because a goth tweety put a hit out. Last thing you want to do is make enemies with an animal smart enough to do something about it. Something a city in South Africa is learning the hard way, because Cape Town's currently being overrun by baboons. And like most things, it's our fault. Because no matter what you tell them, there's always going to be tours feeding panhandling primates.
Yep.
The only issue is baboon society runs on bullying, where dominant monkeys will basically steal the lunch money of lower ranks. So not only do baboons not fear humans, but because people kept feeding them, a lot of them see all humans as low ranks and treat them like it. And they've gotten OD disrespectful about it. Cape Town baboons have been known to break into houses to raid fridges. They'll mug small children, and you can even get carjacked by a whole troop.
Mug small children.
That is... Wow.
Thanks to the Cape Nature Conservation Laws Amendment Act, it's illegal to feed, trap, poison, or kill the monkeys, meaning these habitual line steppers are above the law. In 2011, a man went to court over shooting a
Jesus.
baboon after he said 8 of them broke into his kitchen and started attacking him and his wife. But with thug monkeys also stealing crops, some people said f it and started fighting back. And not only do the monkeys end up getting hurt or murked, it only makes the baboons lash out even harder. That's not the dental of an animal you want problems with. But at the end of the day, the baboons are just doing what comes naturally, and they wouldn't even have to be on timing if we didn't go and build a city on their front lawn. Plus, a baboon can go through your trash can and find more nutrition in 30 seconds than it would in 6 hours of foraging, so we can't be mad at them for working smarter. All we can do is what every other animal in this video already does, and just find a way to deal with it, even if it means a baboon takes your hood pass. That's gonna do it for this video. Make sure you drink water, hug your mother. Father too. Yo, for real, stop trying these monkeys, man. I promise you won't like how that story ends.
No.
See y'all in the next
crap. Oh.
Aww. That's so cute.
Is that a kookaburra?
I think so. Damn.
It was on the back of a roo. Looked like a wallaby.
Yeah. Well, there we go. Those are
good video.
Oh yeah, most generational rivalries in the animal kingdom. So yeah.
Imagine having to keep a paintball on your person at all times in case baboons break into the house.
Honestly, I'd be pestering Jacob to borrow one of his. Be like, dude, Can I borrow this, please? Why?
I would just have my own. Like at that point, I would be like, if we have baboons around here, we all need to keep our own. Let's constantly have a paintball gun slung over your shoulder, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
If you hear the window crash, just like, oh crap, the baboons!
Next thing you know, you just see a painted baboon just like running across the yard. And just be like, get out of here!
It's like, I'll have to replace the damn window again.
At that point, I'd look at getting like plexiglass windows.
You definitely need like bulletproof windows.
Yeah.
Keep them from smashing your windows.
God. Well, this...
Also, why did this video make me want to play Far Cry 4?
Don't know.
It's the honey badgers and all the other aminals that you see in Far Cry 4, I guess.
You mean Far Cry Primal?
No, 4.
Could you get honey badgers in 4?
Yes. And honey badgers will straight up jump on your arm and start biting your arm off. Like, they don't actually die very well to the guns.
Okay. Well, there you go.
And there's also crocodiles that'll fucking scare the shit out of you in Far Cry 4 as well. If you walk close to a pond, you end up getting death rolled all of a sudden. I nearly pooped myself the first time that happened.
Damn. That sounds awful. Well, alright. Anyway, that's gonna do it. This was the most generational rivalries in the Animal Kingdom by Casual Geographic. Hopefully y'all enjoyed, and hopefully we will see y'all in the next one. So until then, I'm Nate.
I am Nick.
Y'all be good people. Take care. Peace.